Hello and welcome. My name is Tracy Henning and I'm the CEO and founder of Porchlight and the course creator of the Ultimate Selling System. Welcome to this week's episode of Porchlight TV, where we are talking all about time management. I'm going to be giving you 4 time management tips for massive productivity in your life. So, are you ready to find out? Let's dive in. So, do you ever find yourself being totally sucked into the social media vortex where you're wasting time on Facebook all day long? Or you've got to the end of the day and you're like, oh my goodness, there is not enough hours in the end of the day. Tip number 1 that you need to do is you need to get into the right mindset. So instead of telling yourself, treating time like negativity, like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day. If I only had 36 hours in my 24-hour day, you're going to get nothing done. And it will continue to be a negativity in your life. So you need to change first of all, you need to change your mindset. And you have to think of as time being on our side. So the number 1 tip, getting out of that negative mindset, because if you're in a negative mindset, nothing is going to happen and you're going to get nothing done at all. So tip number 2, make your morning routine non-negotiable. And if you don't have a morning routine, now is the time to start one. So morning time, and I think of it this way, morning for me is like an etch-a-sketch of the day. It's a brand new start to the day. Anything that's happened in the last previous days, you can just put it behind you and you can focus on moving forward. So making your morning routine non-negotiable. So in my morning routine, I usually try and exercise 3 to 4 times a week, because I find when you exercise, it just clears out the cobwebs and it clears your mind. So however exercise looks like to you, whether it's walking or running or swimming or doing workout DVDs or mountain biking, whatever the case may be, to get you out moving, you should really start incorporating that into your morning routine. What I also do, and like I'm sure most people, I cannot live without my tea latte. So during this time, once I've finished exercising, I've showered, I sit down, I have my latte, and this is where I create a game plan for the day. So I may go through my emails, I may return messages, I may do some social media posting. I am creating a game plan for the day. So usually during that time, like I say, is when I will do those sorts of things, clear out my inbox, clear out my social media. So then it's a clean slate for the day. So making a morning routine and making it non-negotiable. Now, if you have to get up super early and catch a 6 a.m. flight, well, you know what? That may change, but just carve out time towards the end of the day to finish those items. So getting into that habit, creating it a routine, and making it non-negotiable. Like that's what you do every day, is you're creating a game plan for the day. Now, tip number 3, which is probably the most important tip, is organizing and systemizing. So does your desk or does your work area look like a bomb went off? Or how about your computer? Is your computer got tons of different files and documents that you don't use anymore? What does your screen look like? Like, is your screensaver filled with like folders and screenshots and different apps and all of that sort of stuff? Now is the time to clear that stuff out, organize it, and start fresh and start clean. I do this probably, I would say, at least once a month. I will go through my computer. I will also go through my different devices like my cell phone or my iPad, or if you have a tablet, whatever you use, get rid of all the apps that you don't use, close down the different memberships that you're no longer a part of. Why pay for it if you're not using it? Organize it. If you have files all over your desk, get into organizing and systemizing. This will help you. Having a clear desk and a clear workspace will get you into the right mindset of having a productive day. So making sure you are organizing and systemizing. When I mean systemizing, if you need to use different systems to get you there, that's totally fine. You could use something like Trello, or you could use something like Asana, or maybe it's something as simple as Google Drive. Whatever it is that you need to use to keep yourself organized and systemized, then go out and do it. So maybe look into something like that if that's what you need to keep you from looking like a bomb went off in your office. Also too, look into pre-scheduling all your social media stuff. So, and again, using the apps within the platform. So for instance, Facebook has its own scheduler within Facebook that you can pre-schedule your social media. So maybe once a week, you'll sit down, you'll write down all your social media postings, you'll schedule them in Facebook and forget it. And then you walk away for the rest of the week. Your posts will come out when they're supposed to, and that's one thing, less thing off your plate. So organizing and systemizing. So getting systems into place that you use on a regular basis will help you with your time management, free up your time, and allow you to do the things that you need to do to keep moving your real estate business forward. And the fourth tip, which is probably the most important tip, is don't blow yourself off. So basically what I mean is you need to make time for yourself. Now, however that looks, does it include a pedicure in the spa, a massage, time with family, maybe going to the gym, golfing, whatever the case may be that you do to take time for yourself, you need to make that a priority. Don't blow yourself off, because if you don't make yourself a priority, you are no good to anybody else. And how you can do this is through time blocking. So what I mean by time blocking is if you have your day looks like you have an appointment in the morning, you've set time in the afternoon to do some prospecting, maybe take an hour or two, time block it off in that schedule that you've set for yourself, and take that time for you. Maybe it's just to go grab a latte and sit on the back deck or sit outside, get some fresh air. However that looks like to you, make that a priority, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your clients, your family, and the day gets away from you. So time blocking is super important in this business, and don't feel guilty about it, because if you do not do this, I will guarantee you will burn yourself out. So don't feel guilty about it. If you are feeling guilty about it, tell your office, tell your assistant or whoever you work with, leave a message on your voicemail and say, you know what, I'm currently out of the office, I am returning calls after 3 o'clock. Please leave your message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. That way, when people are trying to get a hold of you, they know what's happening, they're happy, they're okay with it. Instead of just taking the time off and not letting people know what's happening, people are going to be sitting there going, where is she? Why hasn't she called me? I called 2 hours ago. But if you leave a message on your voicemail or with your assistant or with your office, letting people know you're returning calls after 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, 6, whatever the time is, people are okay with that. They are okay with that. They're happy to know that their message is received and you will get back to them as soon as possible. And that allows you to be able to take time for yourself. So there you go. You got 4 simple tips that if you incorporate this into your daily, weekly, monthly routine, you are going to notice a huge difference in your real estate business. You're going to become massively productive, which means more deals closed. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I hope you got lots of tips out of it. Let me know in the comments, what is your number one time management tip that you use? I want to know. And until then, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.